Assalamu alaikum, this is Ghulam Abbas from MH Language Solutions. Today's video is about IELTS reading. IELTS reading is a nightmare for many IELTS test takers because it involves not only strategy but also skills and time management. As a result, many of the IELTS test takers they are afraid of sitting in IELTS exam. Keeping in view all this situation, I have decided to make a video series about IELTS reading. Today's video is the first part of the series, and in this video I'm going to talk about four essential skills which are extremely important when it comes to taking your IELTS reading test. So let's talk about these four skills. These skills are known as scanning, skimming, close reading, and paraphrasing. Now it's time to talk about these four skills in detail and why do we use them. So let's begin. Let's start with scanning first. Scanning is finding out certain words, expressions, or their meanings from the text without reading the whole text. It saves lots of time because if we do not scan, then we have to read each and every part of the text carefully to find out the information. To scan, first of all, we read the question, we select certain information from the question, and then we try to locate that information from the text. We try not to read each and every word from the text, rather, we focus only for the information we are looking after. Once we find out the information, we know that this is the place where our answer is located. Keep in mind that scanning helps us to save time because it gives us the place where our answer is located. It doesn't give us the answer, but only the place of the answer. Now moving on towards skimming. Skimming is to reading for the gist of the paragraph or for the overall meaning of the paragraph. To skim, we read the starting part of the paragraph. It is also known as topic sentence. Then we go through the middle part of the paragraph, and lastly we read the concluding sentence or last part of the paragraph. In short, I can say that you read starting part, you need the last part, and just go through the middle part and you have done skimming. Skimming helps us to save time because if we do not skim, then we need to read the information carefully. We do skimming because many IELTS questions are time intensive. IELTS reading questions, for example, matching heading with the paragraph or finding information from the paragraph, they require us to read a lot of information. If we use skimming, we can save the time and we can find out the answers easily within a shorter period of time. Close reading is reading the text thoroughly when you want to get each and every part of the text, when you want to understand each and every inch of the information, then you read closely. The biggest merit of this skill is you get all the information. However, the problem is it takes a lot of time. We usually use this skill in combination with other skills like scanning and skimming. For example, in questions like true, false, not given or yes, no, not given, we use it with scanning. But in other type of questions like matching heading, sometimes we replace skimming with close reading when skimming doesn't work. Keep in mind, do not use this skill excessively, otherwise it is going to cost you a lot of time. Paraphrasing is an extremely important skill in IELTS reading. It goes hand in hand with other skills like scanning, skimming, and close reading. Paraphrasing means presentation of same information by using different word forms. In IELTS reading, you can observe that it has been utilized excessively. In all question types, when you read the text, information presented there is presented by using different words, but when you read the question, same information has different word forms. You need to identify that if you want to get good band score in IELTS. For the sake of it, you need to have a sound vocabulary and a good knowledge of grammar. In the end, let me reiterate. IELTS reading has been designed in such a way that you have to use range of skill. I have talked about the skills that you need to conquer your IELTS reading exam. Practice them, combine them, because different question types, they require combination of different strategies, and you will get to know the combination when you practice, practice and practice. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the other videos of the same series. Allah Hafiz.